Hello and welcome back to the Evil Vaporeum channel, where today we're going to be starting a new series on this channel called the How to Nullscape series, where I talk about all the enemies and their respective curses, some tips and tricks on how to deal with them, and my personal opinion on all of them. This is going to be a really fun series, I feel like, and today the first entity that we're going to be talking about is the Bell, which is a black, white and grey, bell that which has eyes peeking through the cracks, chains around its metal exterior, and spikes around its rim. Its behavior in-game is that it teleports around the map based on where you are and your current trajectory, and tries to predict where you're going to go and try and get you to ring it. And if you do ring it, it shoots you up into the air and it distorts your screen for a little bit. Um, However, it doesn't kill you at first. If you ring it 2 more times, you will get a debuff called Overtuned, where if you ring the bell 1 more time, you will be killed by the bell. It's not easy to be killed by the bell unless you are actively trying to get killed by it. So for the most part, it is a help. And after 20 seconds, the overtuned debuff does go away, so it's not like that the debuff is there forever and you are just restricted to 4 bell rings. Anyway, let's talk about its curses. Its curses involve that it has 4 curses, for starters. It has concussion, resonating shockwaves, more ringing, and mighty gong. Let's talk about its non-metal curses though. Let's start with more ringing. More ringing basically makes it so that enemies can now ring the bell, distorting your screen if an enemy comes in contact with it. It doesn't give you the overtuned effect. That'll be another curse that we'll talk about in a second, but it does just give you the distortion and it doesn't shoot you up into the air. So it's not too bad as long as you don't have many enemies that can actually ring the bell, such as Mart, for example. Mart can be pretty annoying, especially if you get like Mart Apocalypse and more ringing, but it's not too bad apart from that. And then the next curse is Resonating Shockwaves, and this one is a lot worse. Springer, which is another entity, creates a shockwave, and if you get hit by that shockwave, it now inflicts you with Overtuned, meaning that if you ring the bell, you will die instantly. So, it basically makes Springer and Bell, which are 2 not so bad enemies, a lot worse by just 1 curse. And they can be a power combo if you actually pick them. And that's why I don't really pick this curse in my runs, because I'm stupid and I keep getting hit by Springer's shockwaves either way, so taking that away from me is not great. And then let's talk about its metal curses, which are Concussion and Mighty Gong. Mighty Gong is not too bad. It makes it so that the bell is bigger, and when it teleports, where it wasn't originally, creates a shockwave. It's annoying, but not horrible, because the shockwave is pretty small compared to where the bell actually is, and the bell being bigger just makes a bigger target so that you can just jump on it when you need it, and you don't really need to be as accurate. So it kind of helps, but it also hinders you. So it's 50-50. And then there is concussion. I am going to rant for a second about concussion. Concussion is one of the worst enemy curses that you can pick in this game, and it's one of the worst metal curses. Concussion, if you didn't know, basically, if you ring the bell once, you get restricted movement, aka you can't jump, for 7 seconds. You can use your ability, but you can't jump for 7 seconds. That is way too long in a game where movement saves your life. A a curse that restricts your movement for such a long time is horrible. If you ring the bell by accident, if you're, let's say, gliding, for example, then if you mess up, you can't just jump back onto the platform. You have to be accurate or you just die trying. It's so bad. If you ring it by accident, then you are so much slower and you can't get halfway across the map. It's horrible. And it's definitely the worst bell curse by a mile. Now, there's obviously 2 more curses that I haven't spoke about, which is Bloody Bell and Don't Touch Me, but those are Chaos Mode exclusive, and I will make a video on Chaos Mode in the future. And there's also an upgrade that Bell actually has called Pocket Bell. Pocket Bell gives you an extra jump. Double Jump also gives you another jump. You get 3 jumps if you have Double Jump, Pocket Bell, and you jump while it's not in the air. That's incredible, especially with other curses like Advanced Gravity Coil or some speed upgrades. You can really just fly, especially if you use your ability as well. It's amazing, actually. It's one of my personal favourite, not curses, upgrades in the entire game. I really like it. Now, what are some tips and tricks to deal with the bell? Well, there is a couple. For example, if you are fleshed, which flesh gives a debuff if you hit one of its infected tiles. If you are fleshed and you see the bell and you ring the bell, it will get rid of not only your fleshed, but it will deflesh every single tile in its very small but still its proximity. That's really good and really handy if you struggle with flesh and being fleshed. So, yeah, bells are really good counter for flesh. If you get flesh from a purgatory altar or it's permanent, make sure you have a bell just by your side just in case. And if you have a bell and it's on some gifts, don't panic, don't go around it. Go through it with your ability. A dive, a charge, your glide if you time it perfectly. Anything with an ability, I think, unless it's like Grappler can't do it, I'm not too sure. I don't play Grappler. But any of your abilities will be able to negate the boost up if you don't want the vertical movement. So you can just go through the bell and the bell collects the gifts for you, which is really handy. That's only of patch 5, by the way, so imagine how bad it was during patch 4. Um, and one more thing is that... Oh, no, there's not another one, sorry. Um, in my personal opinion, Bell has one of the best designs in the entire game, and it is one of my personal favourite entities in the entire game in general. I love how handy it is in some sticky situations, as long as you keep it clean and you don't ring it too much. It's really handy. It should be in your permanent enemy pool when you see it, and you need it to get Pocket Bell. So if you see Bell, do not hesitate to pick it, because Bell is the best entity in this entire game by a long shot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did like this video. And comment if I did miss anything, because I honestly just want to make the best videos that I possibly can, and your help is greatly appreciated. Thanks for all the views on the last video. I really do appreciate it. I was not expecting the amount of views that I did get. Even though it doesn't seem like much, it means a lot, because I wasn't expecting to get too many. So it really does mean a lot that you all actually like watch the video. And I hope you liked the thumbnail that I made. It's rushed and it's not great, but I'm thinking of making a thumbnail art for all of the entities in this game, which will be a fun challenge actually, especially with the more detailed enemies like Voidbreaker, for example. That'll be fun. It'll be a fun challenge, and it might take me a lot longer than with just Bell. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video, which will be a Springer video. And a Springer breakdown of, and a breakdown of its curses, some tips and tricks, and my personal opinion on it. So I hope you're ready for that one. Alright, I will be going. See ya. Bye bye.